Hello, everyone. This is Fred Keel, comic book writer and artist from Dallas, Texas. Today is Wednesday, November the 27th of 2024. It's the day right before Thanksgiving. However, this video will be uploaded starting tomorrow morning on November the 28th, which will be Thanksgiving Day. So if you are watching this, it's officially Thanksgiving Day. So I just want to say Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. At the same time, I'm trying to right now make sure I can recoup from what happened this weekend. For those of you who probably don't know, I did a convention this weekend in Lewisville, Texas. I did the Dallas Comic Book Show. And as you can see, we had quite the lineup of different artists and creators. We also had quite a few celebrities as well. We had Miss Melanie Kahn, who played the voice of Lucy Van Pelt from Peanuts. All the Charlie Brown specials that came out over the years, she played the voice of Lucy, and she was there during the convention. We also had quite a few other actors and celebrities. The main ones I was really excited about was the fact that I got to meet most of the original cast members from the first two Mortal Kombat films that came out back during the 1990s. So we originally had Francois Petit, who played Sub-Zero from the very first film. He was originally scheduled to be at the show, but he had to cancel at the last second for health reasons. So they brought in, his name is Keith Kook, who portrayed Reptile from the first film, but he played Sub-Zero in the second movie, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. So I got a chance to meet him, and I also got to meet Mr. Chris Casamassa, who plays Scorpion from the first movie. I will admit the first film is spectacular. Second film, not so much. It really pales in comparison to the quality of the first film. Most people would look at them and say these are not great movies. These are kind of like the kind of movies that are so bad they're good. But I've enjoyed these films. I mean, this film probably not so much, but first film definitely to me is considered to be a masterpiece when it comes to video game adaptations. So I was definitely happy to meet those guys from the first two Mortal Kombat films, and I just thought it was a great convention overall. Definitely got to meet quite a few other comic book creators at the convention. Got to meet Mr. Pablo Velala. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time pronouncing his name. Pablo Lobos. Probably if I show you some of the covers he's worked on, you guys will recognize him. So he worked on this cover for Wolverine Revenge, issue number 1. Beautiful cover. He also worked on The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 52. This is a fairly recent book that came out for the series that was launched in 2022. And I got him to sign this one. Finally, he also worked on Hawk Girl issue number 3, and this was during I believe this is during the Hispanic Heritage Month. And I got both him and also another well-known artist from Texas. His name is Mustafa Musa. And he actually worked on the inks for this cover, so I got him to sign this as well. But anyway, so I got to meet him. I also had Mustafa sign this cover of White Widow issue number 5 from Absolute Comics Group. I saw this in a dollar bin section over at my comic book store, so I said I have to pick this up and get Mustafa to sign this. Beautiful cover, by the way. And then I also got to meet Mr. Mark A. Nelson. He used to work on the Aliens book series that was published through Dark Horse Comics back during the 1980s. I couldn't find the original print run of Aliens issues 1 through 4 through Dark Horse Comics. Is actually very rare and hard to find. When you do find it, you're actually paying an arm and a leg for it. So I was fortunate enough to find Dark Horse Presents issue number 24. And this is a very fine 8.0. Got Mr. Mark Nelson to sign the cover right here. So I got that. And then finally I got to meet, I believe her name is Sozomeka. She's a well-known cover artist that's worked for DC Comics. I had her sign this cover for Gun Honey, Blood for Blood. I love this cover. I thought it was just a beautiful cover, and I had to get her to sign this one. So anyway, it was also very nice to get some interactions with several people that came to the Dallas Comic Show. The first day, the traffic of people that were coming into to the convention, I could tell that they were mostly there to meet Pablo and Sozomeka. A lot of people were there to meet Chris and Keith from Mortal Kombat. So I didn't really feel like I had too much interaction that took place on Saturday. I basically made my table back for the first day on day one, but day two is when I started seeing people coming to my table left and right, and that's where I was able to find some really good interactions with several people that I've never known, didn't know who I was, and it was great to get the chance to talk to them face to face about comic books, talking to them about some of the things that are happening right now with Antarctic Press and so on and so forth. But overall, it was a fun show, and I definitely had a fun time, as well as everybody else did. And based on what I'm hearing from the showrunner, Mr. Mark Walters, he has explained that they're going to do one more show for December, on December the 21st of 2024. It's going to be the final show of the year, and it's actually going to be a Christmas special. It's just a one-day show that's going to take place inside of the Vista Shopping Center where we were in this past weekend. And it's just a one-day show. We're going to have Mr. Ben Dunn, the founder and publisher of Antarctic Press. He's going to be there as a special guest. So, and there is a very good possibility, based on some of the interactions I've had with Mark, there's a good chance I definitely will be at the show as well. I know I was advertising this comic book show as being my last show for 2024, but if they're able to squeeze me into this one, then I definitely will be in attendance, and I'll definitely be with Mr. Ben Dunn signing books and, doing commissions and so on and so forth. So if you didn't get a chance to see me this past weekend and you're in the Dallas area in December, definitely stop by the Dallas Comic Show on December the 21st, 2024. At the Vista Shopping Center. It's going to be, based on what I can gather, this will be the last show of the year, and we definitely want everyone to come out and come see us. So anyway, just keep that on your calendars, everybody. And if you'd like to know more information, you can go to www.dallascomicshow. It's all lowercase and it's all one word, dallascomicshow.com. That's where you can find all the information you need about the upcoming show. So, aside from that, there's really nothing new to report or anything to really talk about at this moment in time. There was something I wanted to talk about, but I felt that just because it's the holidays and because everyone's going, either doing some traveling or people are going to be staying home, I just felt like keeping this video very short and simple. This is going to be a very interesting Thanksgiving for me because, as some of you may or may not know, last year, back in 2023, is when I lost my mother to cancer. She died on June 30th of 2023. She was 77 years old. Basically, she was going through the chemotherapy process and things were not going according to plan. And one of the tumors in her uterus had stemmed off and started traveling through her bloodstream. And eventually it caused a blockage to her heart, and eventually she had trouble breathing properly, and eventually she had a heart attack and died. And it's been very hard on both myself and on my dad. I remember very specifically where I was trying to help my dad, trying to make sure I could get him to get out of the house and not just be staying home all day. And he made it very clear to me that starting from that point onward, that he did not want to celebrate the holidays. He did not want to celebrate his birthday. He did not want to celebrate Thanksgiving, and he certainly did not want to celebrate Christmas or New Year's. He said, "You're more than welcome to do whatever you want, Fred, but as far as trying to get me to get out and go doing stuff for the holidays," he's like, "I just don't feel like doing anything now that your mother's no longer here." So this will actually be my first time, because I'm now in a relationship with a very sweet young lady that I very deeply love and care for. I'm going to be spending Thanksgiving with her parents, and I'm hoping that this will break the ice of some of the things that have happened over the past year or so. But in regards to this, I know this can be something that can really affect many people all over the country and all over the world, where they have explained how they do not like celebrating the holidays because they lost a loved one, or there's somebody they knew that either committed suicide or something happened to them. that just made them say, I don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't want to celebrate Christmas. I don't want to do anything on that day. And I just wanted to just make sure I could just share this with you guys. Most of you who probably know me on a personal level, you know I'm a devout Christian. You know that I was raised Protestant my entire life. I believe in the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. And I found this one passage that I really wanted to share with some of you. Now, it's okay if you don't believe in the same way I do, okay? That I know that there are some people I know of that I interact with who are non-believers, who don't go to church, or they have nothing whatsoever to do with Christianity, and so they see this part and they say, Fred, I don't want to hear this. And that's okay. If you want to, you're more than welcome to turn to the next video if you want to. But in regards to people who've lost loved ones, or when something happens to an individual that makes them not want to celebrate the holidays, it does lead you into wanting to self-isolate, and it also leads people into falling into deep, dark depression. Sometimes it can lead people into saying, is nobody really cares about me, or there's nobody out there that truly loves me. I felt the need to share this passage with you. It comes from the Apostle Paul, and it comes from Romans chapter 8, starting in verse 38 and 39. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else that is in all of creation, will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. Again, that's from Romans chapter 8, verses 38 and 39. I just felt the need to share that with some of you. If you feel like God doesn't love you, trust me, He does. He sent His one and only Son to die for us. And we have a lot to be thankful for. Even those of you who probably don't feel like you deserve to be loved. This is a time to be thankful for the things that you do have. So anyway, guys, I don't want to stretch this out any more than I have to. But guys, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this. If you are traveling for Thanksgiving, please be safe out there. I know that here in Dallas, Texas, we are in for a cold front that's supposed to pass through sometime tonight into early tomorrow morning on Thanksgiving Day. So if you're having to do any traveling, please be safe out there, drive safely on the roads. And if you like this video, feel free to like this video and make sure you can subscribe to my channel. And I just want to say to you guys, happy Thanksgiving, may God bless you, and y'all have a blessed day. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.